It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I tell you what, man, take it all in. Yes, the aroma of cosplay costumes and freshly unwrapped comic books. Of course, tomorrow is International Free Comic Book Day. It's all happening. And I've got my guests here with me, Nizar Abrams from the Reader's Den, and I've got Genevieve, Kat, and Jessica, who are cosplayers. This is the group name for a group of cosplayers, yes? Good to have you guys here. How are you?
Very good.
Fantastic. Nizar, tell me a bit more about Free Comic Book Day, where it all started and what exactly people can expect on the day.
Free Comic Day is an international event,
celebrated worldwide, just to bring the genre out there, to bring it to the masses. It started in 2012, so basically all comic shops worldwide are taking part. It's a massive event. Obviously in Cape Town we do it a little bit differently. We just sort of doing it as a Comic-Con style event, so we're adding all the elements of a Comic-Con to this event.
Yeah. Are comics still as popular as they were back in the day?
It's actually gone a little bit down, and now it's sort of flourishing again with all the movies and the TV series. It's all based on it, so it's really exploding again.
Yeah, and obviously cosplay is a huge part of it as well.
Cosplay is a massive part of the day.
And I'm going to ask you to stand up first, Genevieve, and give us a bit of a twirl there in your blue dress. If you haven't guessed yet, Genevieve is portraying the character of Ariel from the movie, the Disney movie, The Little Mermaid. There we go. Yeah. Tell me a bit more about cosplay for those that are unfamiliar with the concept of cosplay.
So cosplay, simply put, means fan art. It's fan art. So a cosplayer or a person can, whether you make it yourself or you buy the parts, you're dressing up as a character or a concept that you're a fan of. So it can be anything that you love, you can portray through cosplay.
Yeah, and obviously you guys go to great lengths looking at the detail in the makeup, every aspect of it. And Jessica, you are Hiro Hamada from Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
Why do you do cosplay? Why do you love it so much?
It's a great way to express the fandom and your love for the character. And it's also a really great way. You learn so many new skills through it, and you make friends, and it's pretty much like hanging out with friends, dressed up all the time.
When you guys are hanging out as friends, right, do you like drift into character at some point? Like you might be eating a sandwich and you were talking about regular things and you go, oddly enough,
and then you'll also say random lines that the character would say. Something like, datte ba yo, from Naruto.
What does that actually mean? Because I had a friend in varsity who was my roommate.
That's just a slang word Naruto uses.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really have a translation.
Don't throw it around, And then, Kat, you play Alice from Alice Madness Returns.
That's correct, yeah. Video game character.
The video game character, yes. If you were to give advice to young cosplayers out there who want to get into the art of, or the craft of cosplay, where do you begin? How do you start?
Okay, well, I'd say the best thing to do first is like, our local cosplay community is sort of all over social media.
Okay, cool.
So a good thing to do would be to maybe join the Cosplay South Africa page or the Cosplay Cape Town group, because you can just kind of post on there and people will be able to offer all kinds of advice and that type of thing. If you want to actually learn how to sew or make certain aspects of costumes, there are workshops that happen every now and again.
So you make these yourself?
We do everything ourselves.
Wow, we were. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a lot of dedication, but I guess, like I said, this is something that still continues to inspire the imagination of so many people out there. That's why the fandom is there, right? So what is the value market of comics right now? I mean, if I have a comic at home, how do I know that's valuable?
Well, you can sort of research it via eBay as to what it's sold for instance. But I'd say modern comics of the last 30, 40 years, not too much value unless something specific happened in there. But when you're going older, 1960s, 50s, 40s, going backwards, rather look those up before you toss them out.
Yeah. And when can people come to your event, your cosplay?
Our event is obviously this Saturday. It starts at 9. It's a massive event, a few thousand people expected.
At the Reader's Den?
At the Reader's Den, but we use the whole stadium on main ground floor, so it becomes a little convention center in a way.
Wow.
So we got lots of aspects there. Of course, the cosplay is massive. That's at 2 o'clock. There's a whole masquerade happening.
Cool.
And another big part of this is obviously our local comic artists will be represented in a big way. More than 20 local comic artists will actually be launching their own self-published books. This is obviously a really big deal in terms of South African art, South African comic culture. So we've got an explosion of that happening, obviously.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So if you're in Alberton, you want to go to Smallville Comics, that's where it's happening. In Johannesburg at ZB's Comic Universe, or Outer Limits and Comics as well, and enjoy International Free Comic Book Day. Listen, I'm going to ask you one question. I need one name. If Batman and Superman were to go into battle, because you're an expert, who would win? Give me one name.
Batman.
Come on, man! Come on, Ewan, you heard it. I don't even want to be your friend anymore right now. Ewan, Graham, you tell him.
I'm not even going to get involved with that one. Well, we're about to take a serious turn this morning. Of course, a watershed ruling in the Gauteng High Court yesterday. We'd love to know what you think about the issue of assisted suicide. You can let us know on our Facebook page or tweet us, #Right2Die. We're going to be getting the official reaction from Dignity South Africa. And then a mad show continues this morning. Already feeling privileged to have two performances from the American authors. We're going to get to know the incredibly cool guys behind the hit Best Day of My Life and more. You want to stick around for that on this Workers' Day. We'll carry the load for you, hoping you are having a very relaxed morning. We'll see you on the other side of a break.